welcome to the course of Embedded Systems and IoT. In today's session, we are going to learn a new concept called relay. So what is this relay? How this particular relay module is useful for embedded system? How it works actually? What are its advantages, disadvantages, and its application we are going to see. Okay. To keep it simple, relay is one kind of electromechanical component that functions as a switch. So as we are talking about the relay as a switch, here we are using a technology like transistor, which will be acting as a switch for switching on and off between various points. Okay. So this particular relay is a coil which is energized by DC, so direct current, such that the contact switches can be opened or closed. So based on the signal we give either logic high or logic low, based on which the output signal will be switching to particular point. Okay. So what actually this particular common node is, how it will be switching based on the signal, it will be given pin to pin right now. Okay. So a single channel relay, if you consider a single channel relay, which will be working on a 5 volts. So it generally includes a coil and two contact like NO and NC. NO stands for normally open and NC stands for normally closed. So what are these NO, NC, and how this coil gets energized based on the logic high or logic low with the help of 5 volts we are going to see now. Now, what actually is this particular 5 volts relay? So as I've already discussed, this particular 5 volts relay is an automatic switch that is commonly used in an automatic control circuit to control the higher currents or using a low current signal. So suppose I want to drive a motor or I want to drive an home appliances. So here, suppose I'm using an IoT product. So here I will be using a smartphone through which I will be giving an inputs as an user in order to control that particular home appliance. But the signal which is coming from the controller to that particular huge appliances will be only 5 volts. But the driving current or the driving voltage for that home appliances required like 230 volts or around 260 volts, right? Now, taking the signal from the microcontroller as well as driving the huge current or huge voltage such that that particular appliance or the motor runs, uh, for that particular purpose we are using or going for that particular relay. As I've already said, we are using a transistor mechanism in order to make it as a switch. So the input voltage of the relay signal ranges from 0 to 5 volts. So if you see the pin configuration, so this is a basic relay module which you will be having NC, NO, and you also have a common. I will be showing you at the point of module. It will be very much understandable clearly. And you have a common and you have coil at the 2 points. Okay. So this is the main relay module which will be having a pin, and this will be mounted on a particular PCB such that we are making it a complete relay module. So these all are some notes related to which I have already discussed right now. Okay, let's see the features. So the features of the 5 volts relay includes, so the normal voltage what we give will be like 5 volts DC and the normal current is 70 milliamps. So if you are going for AC load current, so the maximum will be a 10 amperes current at 250 volts AC or 125 volts AC. So if you are choosing a DC load current, the maximum is 10 amperes at 30 volts DC or 28 volts DC. So as we have seen the picture, it includes 5 pins and are designed with the plastic material, and the operating time is 10 milliseconds and the release time is 5 milliseconds. So the maximum switching will be like 300 operating per minute. So if you see the pin configuration of this particular relay module, so this is the blue color module, plastic module, which you have seen earlier. And this particular module is mounted on a PCB through which we are making it a complete relay module. So this particular relay module, left side we have 3 pins and the right side also we have another 3 pins. First, let's see the input side of the 3 pins, like the right side one, where we will be having input pin, VCC as well as ground. So in order to make the relay work, we will be giving 5 volts supply like VCC and ground. Whatever the signal we are getting from the microcontroller or the processor, we are connecting it to this particular in pin. Okay. Now, based on the logic given at the input pin, the output pins will be varying. So almost it's working like a gate or a switch, which will be connecting from common to NO or NC. Okay. So this NO stands for normally open and this is normally closed. Now, this is a simple one channel relay module. If you are going for a multi-channel relay modules, you can see a couple of relays combined together on a single PCB. Okay. So if you see the components over here, we have output terminal, as I've already said, NO, common, and NC we have. And coming to this one, we have input header, we have 5 volts as well as or VCC on ground. And we also have a freewheeling diode. So let's see what is that particular freewheeling diode. And we also have this particular switching transistor, which helps in switching the relay based on the input given by the or based on the input signal coming from the controller board. Now, we have this 5 volts relay as I've already told, and this is the LED status, which will be giving whether the switch is on and off. Okay, all those status can be monitored on this particular single channel module. Okay, now let's see what is this freewheeling diode. So we already know the LED, power LED, output terminal we have seen, and the relay we have seen. Okay. And the freewheeling diode is so the connection of the diode can be done across the coil to keep away from the back EMF. So whenever we are trying to play with, let's say we have interfaced a motor, huge motor to then relay. Okay. Whenever this particular motor is rotating, there might be a chance of back EMF such that this particular relay module or the microcontroller may have a chances of damage. So they are using a freewheeling diode which helps in avoiding this particular back EMF, so called as a flyback diode. Okay, so this type of coil is used in relay, which is of inductive type, and it avoids the backflow of the current or the voltage, okay, such that it avoids from having a damage of that particular module. And we also know the input connectors, switching transistors, and we also have like ESP32, TMC, TM4C123 Arduino. If at all you want to connect these particular transistors to this kind of controller boards, we have a transistor which will be acting as a switch. And coming to the specifications, we have the voltage supply which will be ranging from 3.75 volts to 6 volts, and the current is like 2 milliamps, and the relay is active, then the current will be of 70 milliamps, and the highest contact voltage will be relay will be 250 volts AC as well as 30 volts DC. And the maximum current is like 10 amperes. And coming to the circuit diagram of this particular relay module circuit. So you have this power LED and you have this status LED, and the input is given through this particular NPN as well as some relay modules also will be having PNP transistors. So based on the input given through this particular transistor, this transistor will help in switching the this particular gate over here, which you can see over here. So the gate from the common will be turning from normally connected to normally open or vice versa based on the type of transistor used over there. So this is the basic circuit operation of a relay module. And coming to the advantages, there are so many advantages of using relay module. So a remote device can be controlled easily, and it is triggered with less current, and it also have high power machines. it contacts can be easily, the contacts can be changed at a time. Whatever you see over here, all the points are very much advantage with respect to the diode over here. So it can also have a basic advantage like switching from AC or switch AC or DC. Okay. So, and not only that, at high temperature, it also works very well. Coming to the disadvantages, they have few disadvantages as it is working with both AC and DC. So, over time, as we keep on using this particular relay module, there might be a damage of this particular module and noise can be generated through this opening and closing of the contacts. So those who are familiar with using this particular relay modules, you can see the closing and opening contacts will be producing a lot of physical noise, okay, which will be very much disturbing, okay. And sometimes it might be an advantage such that you can also feel that there is some opening and closing contacts that indicates that the relay module is working, okay. But one more disadvantage is like the time taken for switching from opening and closing contacts will be very much high. Coming to the applications, so it is majorly used for over voltage or under voltage protection system. It is also used for main switching, and not only that, it is also used for speed control of the motors and many automatic electrical appliances. And in order to produce electrical isolation between high and low power sources. Not only that, we can use it for home automation for AC and DC, switching with high currents, and lots of applications uh, are there for this particular relay model. So this is an overview of how an relay module works, its circuit diagram, its pin configuration, and advantages, disadvantages, features, and all those things. Okay. Thank you.